Today's class is the passive. Okay, the passive is constructed using the verb to be plus the past participle. In an active sentence, we can say, Mrs. Harris cooks our food. Mrs. Harris is the subject, the verb is cooks, and our food is the object. In a passive sentence, the object goes first. So, our food is cooked by Mrs. Harris. Here, we have our food is the object, we have a passive form of the verb cooks, and we have Mrs. Harris. But to use a subject, we need the preposition by. The rule. The main use of the passive is to say who or what was affected, not who did the action, sometimes called the doer. Okay, here are the 6 rules for the passive. Look at these 6 sentences and explain why the passive is used. Please pause this slide and do this exercise. Okay, the answers. Why is the passive used here? My car was stolen last night. Well, we do not know who stole it. Hamlet was written by Shakespeare. The focus is on the book, not on Shakespeare the doer. All the computers are checked before they leave the factory. It is not important to know who checks them. That's Pete and John do it. The prisoner is being taken to jail. It is known who takes the prisoner. It's the police. The problem is being dealt with in our accounts department. Formality, less personal and less friendly. Smoking is prohibited in the station. Rules and regulations often used in the passive. Okay, here is a chart showing the different tenses and active sentences. What I'd like you to do is try to change the active sentence into a passive sentence in the right tense. Okay, so we'll start with the first 3 together. Present simple. People speak English in China. Okay, the object, English. The verb in the present simple is spoken. The subject, by people, and then we can include the place in China. Present continuous. Decorators are painting our house. The object, our house. The verb form of are painting in the present continuous is being painted. And then the subject by decorators. Past simple. The police caught the thief. The thief was caught by the police. Okay, pause this slide, work through the chart, answering the passive sentences. Okay, the answers. Past continuous. The dogs were being taken for a walk. Present perfect simple. The murderer has been arrested by the police. Past perfect simple. She had been told to arrive at 9 o'clock. Going to. The car is going to be sold. Will. The car will be bought tomorrow. Future perfect. The space station will have been built by 2050. Modal. The problem should be solved by the committee. Modal perfect. The house may have been sold. Okay. Here is another exercise. What I'd like you to do is look at the verb in green and use it in a passive form, but also look at the sentences to check what tense it could be. Again, we'll do the first one. The election hold next week. Next week is future. It's probably some kind of plan or arrangement for the future. Therefore, it's going to be going to or present continuous for future. So your answer should be the election is going to be held or is being held next week. Okay, pause this slide and again write in the correct answers. Here are the answers. Okay. Antibiotics were developed in the 1930s. The new bridge is going to be opened by the Queen. More and more cars are sold every year. We have been invited to Paul's wedding. Every car which left the ferry was being stopped and searched. The door may have been left open on purpose. Everyone who applies will be given an interview. Books must be returned within 3 weeks. He had been promoted 3 times before becoming a director. By 2050, the first space station will have been built. Okay,